The International Women's Day March is a fabulous opportunity for us to celebrate achievements that were made over the last many years by women to further social and economic justice. And I'm looking out there, and I know some of you over the years, back into the 50s, the 60s, maybe a couple of you even longer, fought those good fights for the rights for women. And I want to say a big thank you to those of you who are standing out in the crowd today for the shoulders that I stood on when I was a young woman, and for the daughters and granddaughters who are standing on your shoulders still today. Thank you. The suffragette movement from the early 1990s was a good start, or from the early 1900s was a good start. Through the sexual revolution and birth control in the 1960s, and through more recent days of the Me Too movement, women have fought and earned fuller personship and the respect that comes along with that. But sadly, after more than a century of pushing that heavy rock up the mountain of equity, we're watching it fall back down. The last decade has seen an erosion of our gains and an affront to our rights as women and people. So what have we lost? I think you all know. We've lost the right to bodily autonomy. We've started to lose our pride. Pride in the fact that we were contributing to the workforce at all levels of professionalism, and that we didn't have to wonder whether we were DEI hires. And we've lost our best opportunity to see the Equal Rights Amendment get enshrined into our U.S. Constitution. You know, a certain government official during his campaign made a promise that he would protect women and make that declaration whether we like it or not. Well, I don't know about you, but I don't like it. I don't need his protection. Our rights need his protection. So, it's simple, Mr. President. If you want to protect women, publish the ERA. And even as we continue to fight for the things that we've lost, we need to make sure that as women, we don't leave other women behind. Today, black and brown women are nearly 3 times as likely to have to raise their kids in poverty as white women. Trans women are facing hatred and dehumanization, and that cannot stand. We have long needed to secure social and economic equity for women. Let's hold hands and let's stick together. This is no time for complacency.
Let's go!
We know our worth. Our strength is in our numbers. Our power is in our voices. And our voices are most powerful at the polls. Anything that threatens our access to the polls threatens our equality. So know this. Our Congress, has introduced a bill, somewhat ironically and inappropriately nicknamed the SAVE Act. Some representatives will tell you that the act will save America by keep non-citizens from voting. You know what? By and large, non-citizens don't vote. It's already illegal. That bill is a solution without a problem. It is well known that it is going to put unnecessary burden on U.S. citizens to get themselves registered to voice their opinions at the polls. And those burdens are going to fall disproportionately on women. Here are the facts. In order to register, you have to do it in person. No voter registration, so you better get over to the League of Women Voters table and register now before it's too late. No online registration, nothing at the DMV. Now you can use a passport probably, right? But 50 million Americans don't actually have a passport. Real ID, they're not sure if they're going to use that yet. And sure, you can use a birth certificate, but if you're a woman, that's going to cause you a problem if you ever got married and changed your name, and there's about 69 million of us who have done that. This law is a bad law. It is a law that disproportionately discriminates against women and the other burdens that they bear. If your mom has recently gone into an assisted living facility because she's not as mobile as she used to be and she needs a little extra support, you're going to have to haul her, schlepping all her stuff down to some place to register to vote after she's already voted legally in the last 15 presidential elections. That can't stand. As your kids go away to college, do you have any college kids in the group here today? You're going to need to re-register to vote when you move to the dorm, and then when you're a sophomore, when you move to an apartment, you're going to have to do it again, and you're going to have to do it centrally someplace when you don't have a car. This is not something that can stand. Men, no offense men, we love to have you here with us today. But you're not going to have to jump through those hoops. You're not going to have to demonstrate that you got married or divorced or you were widowed and remarried in order to register to vote like your women counterparts will. It's unfair. This new law Yeah, I call BS too. The new law ignores the reality of our lives that require people to take off work to register, drag their kids in with them to register, find transportation to a central location. It's not fair. So I'm going to leave you with this one thought. Of all the things that we have lost, we simply cannot allow the one constitutional right that women have in the Constitution to be eroded. Our right to vote is over 100 years old, and we cannot go back. Thank you.